Well, hi everyone. It's the February 8th to 14th week to give a message. So, early happy Valentine's Day. And we're going to see our theme is like with uh, relationships with your partner or friends. Okay, so let's see what you need to know for what the collective needs to know for their greater good moving forward. And apparently, I got two cards. So they are own your responsibility and lens of love. Um, so two different things, but kind of really. So they're talking to me. They're telling me it's about relationships too, like friendships. So they're definitely saying this is about friendship too. So they're saying is now is the time to, when you have disagreements, and there's always two sides to a story, and they're saying you need to start stepping back and seeing it from their side and your side. Because it doesn't mean either you are wrong, you just have different perspectives, and they're saying you need to stop. Okay, and they're being kind of sometimes like they're being, the team is pushing to say that stop from overthinking things, and they want you to start to look on both sides of the coin. And I understand they're saying yes, it's hard, and stop from the blame, because there is no blame. Everybody has their own opinion. You don't have to agree always, but if you can just meet in the middle and understand both your perspectives, then things will be easier. So they're saying it's up to you and nobody else to make things work easier. You can make things harder or easier for self if you just stop and believe that there are two sides of the story. And they're saying, and to start owning, if you made a mistake, it's okay to say, oops, sorry, I misunderstood you. I didn't really get that. It's a bigger person to admit that. And they're saying it's okay to start doing that. And they're also saying when you look at a situation, especially with your partner or a very close friend, start looking whatever the disagreement is with love, and trust that that's where they're coming from, even though there's, it's a miscommunication. It's coming from a place of love, like they're trying to get their point across that way. And like they're saying, just talk, but open your heart and trust that they really do have your greater good in mind. And sometimes it's just misunderstandings. So they're saying no judgment, just open your heart and listen and trust on the both sides. Okay, what about you, Rhonda? What do you get?
The card that I drew was let go of past regrets. So, what they're telling me here is stop comparing the past to the present. We all make mistakes. We all, sometimes it's easier, especially what I'm getting is the ones that don't really care for Valentine's Day. Of it because they feel like they're unlovable or they're angry at their partner or whatever. And it's kind of like what it kind of piggybacks with Tracy's own your relation, own your responsibility card is what it's, and they're telling me some of you may have to face hard truth. What was your responsibility in it as well? Like. And they're saying it, and there again, it's not like beating yourself up and going into self-judgment. What it is like, okay, what lesson do I have to learn in this? How do I move forward? What walls did I create for myself? So, I mean, so you might have felt hurt, or you might have been in a relationship where the other person cheated, or you felt, um, what I'm getting is hurt. And they're like, okay, this has happened. What do I need to change? How do I need to move forward? And just kind of going with that flow. And it's not, like I said, it's not so you're beating yourself up and living in the dumps, but it's just like, okay, what lesson do I learn? What, even like I'm hearing balance. It's like, Kate, this relationship didn't work. What what did work in the relationship for that being? And what do I let go of so I can move forward on? And with those exercises that I actually tell a lot of clients to do, I get a lot of feedback back from it. They're like, oh my goodness, I've learned so much and I became this, I became stronger. I found my voice. I found like everything. And it's kind of like I don't have to beat myself up anymore. I know I can let that go so I can become the person who I want to be. But we have to go through that ugliness or darkness sometimes to realize just how powerful and great you actually are. And you're perfect the way you are. Like, yes, there's changing and emerging, but where you need to be at this moment in time is where you need to be so you can move forward.
A great week, everybody.
Have
See
a
you
great
next week.
week. Take care. Bye.